Welcome to corrective exercise number 19. I'm Anthony Carey with Function First in San Diego, California. I have one of our newest staff members and PTA Global faculty member, Derek Price. Derek is an internationally recognized presenter and a great contributor to what we have going on here at Function First. So today we're going to talk about an exercise that has something to do with the foot and the ankle. With all the barefoot running controversy going on, this particular exercise works on both sides of the fence. We really are getting kind of a little bit crazy with what we want to do in bare feet, and we're also boxing our feet in shoes all the time. This is a good way to stimulate the feet, look at the rear foot and what it does, and have the person integrate the hip and the torso, creating some motion that they have to control to avoid losing their balance. So it really has a lot to do with the proprioceptive input that we get from the bottom of the foot. The bottom of the foot is so rich in cutaneous receptors, information gatherers, that can help with our balance. So obviously we're going to do this exercise in bare feet. I'm going to have Derek turn with his back to the camera, and we're going to have him stand on the functional testing grid. He's going to have one foot right in the middle. If we have a client, for example, that has a tendency to pronate too much, we want them to be able to resist and control pronation. I'll have Derek raise, he's got his right knee up and he's got his hands up. Derek's torso is going to rotate towards me, therefore the mass of his body moves medial to the inside of his left foot and ankle, which is going to drive his foot into pronation. If he doesn't control that pronation with his external rotators of his hip, as well as the intrinsic muscles of his foot, and even the muscles that cross the ankle in general, he is going to overpronate, and therefore he's going to lose his balance, and he's going to have to step down as he comes towards me. So if we have Derek actually make a mistake, you'll see that his foot goes down because he's overpronated. He has not been able to control it. We've got the rotation of the whole body. The pelvis is turning on the fixed left femur. Therefore, it's externally rotating, which is going to basically have the external rotators are going to, and the internal rotators are going to be working here, stabilizing the hip, but also controlling the motion. If we want to do the same thing on the opposite side, we'll let Derek change feet here to give his foot, those little muscles in the foot that are getting quite a workout right now, a rest. And if we wanted to do the opposite, he again is going to turn towards me, which is going to create a supination response down at the foot and ankle. You can see what's happening to his rear foot. We would expect that to happen. That's okay to happen. But if he cannot control that, and all this momentum and the mass of his body moves too far outside, he will over-supinate, and he'll have to put his foot down on this side to recover. So what this will do is ask his body to control that supination and in fact promote pronation at the rear foot, so we can see what his calcaneus has to control here. The net result is still supination, but it's how much supination is occurring and what he's allowed to do. Okay, so you can put your foot down there, D. And I'm going to have you turn around one more time and face the group. Now, if we had, what we can see, just to see the integration, if we had Derek with both feet on the ground actively externally rotate his hips, we'll see that there's a response at his arch. If we have him actively internally rotate his hips, we'll see there's another response at the arch of his foot, which of course is happening as a result of the motion of the lower leg responding to the femur, driving the calcaneus either in or out. We're going to show him the same thing from the back if you can turn around for us again. So as he goes into external hip rotation with his foot fixed to the ground, you'll see that he supinates. And if he goes into internal hip rotation, we can see that he pronates. One of the things that's very helpful for our clients that overpronate is creating what's called the short foot. And we're going to have you turn around one more time, Derek, and face. So the flat-footed client, whether it's congenital or whether it's because they internally rotate or they're too valgus at their knee, we can actually help them improve the proprioceptive input to their foot by creating what's called the short foot. So we can help them by taking the lower leg and kind of rotating it out a little bit and helping them find that. And what they'll do is with the toes and really the ball of the foot, not so much that they're grabbing, but they're just creating a little pressure that causes the arch to increase a little bit. So he's got some downward pressure with his toes here, and he's also got some arch there. And that helps in itself to increase that proprioceptive information. And once he's in that position, as a regression of what we did, and if he's an overpronator, we can have him just stand in that position with his arms up in a single leg stance and help control that. So going back to what's going on with all the debate back and forth, this goes either way. Whether you like the barefoot approach or you don't, we still need to feed information to the foot, we still need the bottom of the foot, the cutaneous receptors, and we still need to make sure that we're able to control supination and pronation either way. www.functionfirst.com. Your comments are always welcome. Thank